See, I know what it's like to have a dream. You want to build something for yourself. You want a future where you can live on your terms, you can create freely, and you can find independence. Maybe you're like me, you're over 40, and you're thinking about what it would mean to step away from a job that you've done for so many years. Maybe you want more than that daily grind, and maybe you're just after that sense of freedom. We're all looking for it. Or maybe deep down you feel, you're a little afraid to go all in on whatever it is you feel is your passion. Is it YouTube? Is a business? If you feel that way, then you're not alone. I hope by you watching this, you know that you're not alone. I think the sun is sort of cutting me in half. Let me fix this. Please, if you're feeling like you're right at the end of it and you can't just take any more of it, and you want to leave your job and you want to go onto YouTube and just do YouTube full time, I have something important to tell you. Please don't do that. Don't give up on your dreams. Not now, not when you have actually come this far. Remember all those days you've been chipping away, and probably if it's video you've been putting out and you've been doing a lot of content, you've been grinding behind the scenes. Don't give up on your dreams. Please don't. I know starting over at any age, at 30, at 40, at 50, when did we actually start? When? So starting over at any age can feel very different. It can feel like we're starting all over again in the actual literal sense. Maybe for those in their 20s, it's easier. They're trying things out and they're moving on to the next idea, and that's the time we're supposed to be taking a risk. But in the 40s, it's quite different. We're investing in ourselves with, a clearer vision. We're trying to know exactly why we want to do this thing that we want to do. For me, it's about freedom. I am looking for freedom to be my own boss, to be able to have the freedom of time, of location, to earn wherever it is I find myself living in the world. Time to spend with my family, to build memories. That is what I'm looking for. And eventually, to get me to a place where I can afford to say, yes, I'm working 1 hour a day, and we can just pinpoint somewhere in the world and carry our bags and just travel to wherever it is our mind takes us. I have never in my life felt like it was too late. So I'm not going to start now, because I even see people in their 50s who are pivoting. I'm a baby where they are. There's no too late in this thing. If there's anything that you really want to do, you want to go for it. And if I'm going to be using YouTube as an example, YouTube isn't about age. It's not about who's older or who's so young. It's not. It's about you showing up and connecting and giving people something real, giving people value. I'm here for those that are over 40 who are probably in work like me and looking to build financial independence using YouTube. That's who I'm talking to. But why YouTube? YouTube is one of those few places where you can build something that's entirely yours. I see a lot of creators building life outside of YouTube and using YouTube to sort of channel clients to what it is they're building. But that is after they have probably spent time working for others. They've spent time putting in their skin in the game of YouTube. So if you've spent years working for others, then you know the feeling of giving so much to something that is not yours. Because at the end of the day, in your 9 to 5, you will get up, you will go home. With YouTube, it's different. Every single video, every new subscriber, every small win that you come across, every milestone is yours. And you're building it piece by piece, one after the other. And yes, it is hard work. If we're going to be realistic with ourselves, it is such a hard work. It takes time and it doesn't pay off overnight. But remember, every time you sit down to create, you're investing in a future that is more independent, more flexible than the life that you have now. Where do you think the life you have now will take you in 5 years' time? What would it look like? Let's look at it. Let's be realistic with it. Let's be honest. It is tough. You might be juggling a job, you might have family, you might have responsibilities, all while trying to fit this dream that you have of being a content creator into it. There are days that I find it so exhausting to create, to even think, to go out and hunt for ideas when inspiration is not there. But there are moments when you actually question, is this worth it? And that's why it's a dream, isn't it? Because dreams are big, they're not supposed to be easy. So when I feel overwhelmed, I do tend to remind myself why I'm doing this. If you remember, I did that video on why I started this channel. Then I sit down and I picture a day where I don't have to ask for time off work, where a day where I get to decide what I work on. And if that is what I really want out of life, why am I not putting in the time? That vision of the perfect life, of my dream life, is what is keeping me going. So aim for consistency and not perfection. If there's one thing I've learned, it's this: you don't have to be perfect. So for those who are using YouTube to build financial independence, financial freedom, you don't have to wait. You don't have to have the best camera or the perfect lighting or the perfect, what else do they use? Tripod. You just need to show up. You just need to put something out there day after day after day after day. Start where you are. Win with what you have. It's the only way. When I began, I really don't still have. Look at me. I'm sat at my dining table making videos because I believe so much. I believe that there are lots of people who can actually do this. I have seen lots of creators grind, and for so many years they got to financial freedom. They were able to achieve the life that they wanted. But that's because they got down to doing the work and having a very good idea of the type of life that they want. They kept making videos. Each video was a little bit better, a little bit more comfortable. And that's what I encourage you to do as well. You want to aim for progress and not perfection. You want to set goals that keep you moving, not just goals that are so far and they feel out to reach. You want to set goals that are going to motivate you. Instead of me thinking I'm going to replace my income right away, I'm setting goals of getting to 100, 200, 300. My next goal is 400 subscribers. Those who like listening to my voice will come along for the ride. Those who my message resonates with will come along for the ride. I am getting comfortable with creating this content. I am building up a routine, trying to fit it into my lifestyle. These small goals, they're helping me to stay focused, to give me wins along the way. I'm not looking for something by 1,000 miles away. I'm thinking to myself, how many videos have I put out? Are they of value? How can I do the best how can I put my best in the next video? That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not looking at, the next 6 years. I'm looking at now. How many videos can I put up next week? What value can I put into those videos? And what small steps can I take, can you take to get you closer to where you are going? Maybe it's one video a week. Think about it. Let it fit into your life. Maybe it's learning something new about editing. Whatever it is, you just want to break it down and go step by step. But also, you want to learn as you go. If you're starting YouTube and it feels like you're learning a new language, editing, thumbnails, titles, color grading, lighting, it's all very, very new. But every time, I'm learning something new. I have gained confidence even though you can't see my face. And when you're over 40, confidence is powerful. You know your strengths and you know how to build on them. You take that learning curve for anything that you don't know. You want to learn to watch tutorials. You want to learn from other creators. That is why they are there. And you will know that each skill that you gain is an investment in yourself. You're building a skill set that gives you control over your career now on YouTube, but also, and more importantly, over your future. So you need to think of the why that will keep you going. Because whenever things get hard, you have to go to your why. You need to remind yourself, why do you want this dream? For me, it's freedom. It's knowing that I can support myself doing something that I love. It's knowing that I can be there for my family, not miss important moments, build memories. Maybe for you, it's just financial freedom. Maybe you just want to get away from your 9 to 5 and just be called an influencer or be able to take the label, I'm a YouTuber. Or maybe for you, it could be something that is just doing something that feels fulfilling, whatever it is, you want to hold on to it so tight that you don't let it go. You want to keep it at the front and center of your mind because that why will carry you through those tough days. And believe me, there are tough days in there. Nothing great ever comes easy. So you want to be making time and finding the balance. Balancing a dream with daily life is never easy. It's not meant to be easy, because if it's worth it to you, you will find ways to make time for it. I did tell you, I'm not your average HR. I'm your HR on YouTube. So maybe it's for you, you have to wake up an hour earlier to shoot your video. Or maybe it's cutting back on something else, maybe going out with friends and staying in just to sort of brainstorm ideas for your YouTube. I'm beginning to fit YouTube into my own daily responsibilities and, daily routine. Some days it's just an hour here, 30 minutes there, and I'm off. Sometimes it's on the school run. Sometimes I get ideas on the bus. Sometimes it's walking to work. Sometimes it's walking to the station. By every minute, I am taking it. And every minute counts. It could be when I'm going to the supermarket. It doesn't matter. So you have to give yourself permission to do this. Your dream deserves your time. Your dream deserves your energy. Just like anything else is important in your life. You give time to your 9 to 5. Why won't you give time to yourself? You're building a community. You want to see YouTube as building a community, one person at a time. Every comment that you get on YouTube, it's not about reaching everybody. You cannot reach everybody. It's about finding your own people. I'm still finding my own people, even if it's just one person commenting. Thank you to those who have commented on my video so far. I know you can't see my face, but I am here. Every time somebody comments, that's one person who took the time out of, they took time out of their precious day to watch your video. Whether they clicked out after 30 seconds or not, it doesn't matter, but they're connecting with you. So you want to cherish those few subscribers. They are the foundation of your community on YouTube, and each and every single one of them matters. So the more genuine that you are, the more you're likely to attract people who value what you have to say. And remember that building a community takes time. So we don't want to rush it. We're not in a haste. When you're in a haste, that's when you go and do shorts. Shorts sort of, it pulls in the numbers, the subscribers for you. But those subscribers are not particularly interested in the long form content. That's what I see with shorts. So don't rush it. The people who will truly connect with you, they will stick around. I've seen a plethora, variety of content creators in different styles. You can't imagine it, and they have subscribers. Yes, they may have to put in more work than probably the average person who's showing their face, but these people are grinding and they're putting in so much work. They are seeing the results. So I believe that the result will come. You have to learn to see the bigger picture, because sometimes you need to zoom out. You need to look at the picture from the top. You want to convert yourself into a drone and just sort of look down and see what is really happening. This is a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's not going to end at any point in time soon. So it's about building something sustainable, something where you will not burn out. You can keep going for years. So when things feel slow, you have to remember that you're in it for the long run. You have to remind yourself of that independence that you're working towards. So you want to picture the life that you're creating. That is your end game. We're beginning with the end in mind, and every little step brings us closer. So you don't want to let doubt win, because doubt will creep in. There are days when I wake up and I'm asking myself, is it really worth it when I haven't had an increase in my subscriber overnight? You will question if it's worth it. You will wonder if you're good enough. You will wonder if your voice is good enough to present. You will wonder if your content is valuable enough for people to take on and watch till the end. When those thoughts come up, you want to remember this. Every creator, even the big ones, they felt like this at some point. And you will feel like that no matter what venture you engage in life. Nobody starts with a massive following. Nobody starts with a huge amount of subscriber. They built it just like you are building it now, just like I'm building it now. So you need to believe in the power of consistent effort. At our age, I'm 42, we know that consistent effort pays off. We were raised on knowing that hard work, if you put it in long enough, you will get valuable results. And we've seen it in other areas of life. And it's no different on YouTube as well. You want to show up. You want to do the work. You want to trust the process. Because when you keep going, you're doing more than just creating content. You're building a new future for yourself. Anyway, I hope my words remind you to hold on to that dream. Don't let go. Don't give up. You want to keep working for it. You want to keep dropping a video at a time. You want to keep taking a step at a time towards the life that you want. You want to stay strong and you want to keep believing. You want to keep creating as well because you're a lot closer than you think. You just don't know it.